Hey guys, it's Hunter. Welcome back to another episode of ASKgufish. I don't know if it's allergies or flu or what, but I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I do not feel well. But as they say, the show must go on. Got rent to pay, but more importantly, I feel like my job is to provide content that hopefully distracts you from the absolute shit show that's going on out there, well, for a few minutes at least. So, hope you're all well, hope you're staying safe and inside when possible. Drop a like at any time if you're enjoying this video, and now let's just jump straight into your questions. You should get hyped for Matt Heafy's new Epiphone that's coming soon. He said on his Twitch that they're switching the EMGs for Fishman's and giving it an Evertune option. Yeah, so basically a few days ago, or was it a couple weeks ago? It's been a crazy March. I've basically just completely lost track of time. But Matt himself commented on my now pretty old demo of his original 6-string, which I guess is pretty cool or whatever. That was the blacked out one with EMGs and the Access neck heel joint. In 2016, or 2017, whichever year it launched, it was one of the few Epiphone Les Paul customs that came with proper ebony fingerboards. Obviously, since then, with the new relaunched inspired by Gibson lineup, the mainline customs and moderns and everything also have ebony, but at the time, man, that was a huge selling point. It came in 6 and 7-string variations, and then an all-white Snowfall version came out for the Silence in the Snow album cycle. I'm rambling a bit now because I really like them, but the point is, that was the old, and they've basically all been discontinued. And according to the dude himself, the new ones are launching next year. So, what do we know so far? Well, not a whole lot, but we can speculate, because speculation is fun. Matt said a few times in interviews that the Les Paul Custom is just the perfect guitar for him. So I think we can be pretty confident that he's going to stick with that as a base. In fact, all his previous signatures were based on his own very first Gibson, which he had sent into Epiphone. They did digital scans and everything to copy every nuance of that particular guitar to put into mass production, which I think is really cool. They didn't just take a standard base model and change a couple of specs. They legit just went all out. Would most people be able to tell a difference? I'm guessing no, but I still applaud them going the extra mile, and it shows the amount of extra care that went into this project. And I highly doubt they're gonna let that hard work go to waste. So Les Paul Custom, probably the same Access neck heel, far superior solution to whatever the heck is going on with the Les Paul Modern. Matt's now a Fishman artist, so it was a pretty safe bet that the EMGs were gonna get the Yeet. In fact, now we've gotten more information on that from the live stream he did with the awesome Ken Susi of Unearthed, who's also the A&R guy at Fishman. So there isn't going to be a signature set, at least that's not what they're calling it. It's going to be like a Matt Heafy special edition set of Fishman Fluence Moderns. Tonally and functionally, the same set that you know and love, or at least I love, but the Fluence line down across the cover is gold. I won't lie to you, they look hot. You can actually see on the stream replay, Ken is checking his phone and he's like, oh, musicians are hitting me up already. No shame, one of those is me. As soon as I saw him, I was like, yo, Ken, when are those coming out? I need them. Been looking to pick up a set of gold moderns to put in my ESP, but I might go with these instead. I mean, they're just fire. And it's got the same general theme as Heafy's other gear. It's metal, but classy, not super trivium themed, and they haven't tried to mess with it too much. They haven't tried to change it from what makes it already good. Anyone, whether they're a fan of the band or not, which I don't understand why you wouldn't be, but that's neither here nor there, anyone would be happy picking the setup. Matt's also talked on stream about Evertune options. Awesome. I'm sure you guys are sick of me talking about how magical the Evertune bridge is, especially on a 7-string, but if it's true, I'm pumped. As a diehard Les Paul fan, I think I was one of the few people that was 100% on board with a 24 3/4 inch scale length 7-string. That was the first 7-string I tried, and it was great, a Les Paul with an extra string. Now that I've played a few more though, I can definitely see why extended range players were pretty vocal about that particular spec choice, especially with the Snowfall. It hadn't been set up very well, and even after some fiddling, I had a hell of a time with intonation on that low B, and pitch drift was pretty nuts. And an Evertune would solve all of that. I hope it's true. My only concern is the price. When I reviewed the originals in 2017, the 6-string was $749 street, the 7-string $799. At the time of this video, they're $899 and $949 respectively. That has to do with wages in Indonesia going up and other factors, but if we're looking to add Evertunes, that makes it a pair of truly pro-spec guitars, like the highest spec guitars that Epiphone has ever made, but we're looking at $1,000 Epiphones. As a fan of Epiphone, and of Les Pauls and Evertunes and Fishman, I can see myself being okay with that. I mean, of course, as long as the quality is there, especially if they bring back upgraded Snowfalls. I'm disappointed I missed the boat on those before they were discontinued. Like, that's how much I like them. I have God knows how many guitars at this point, and that's one I still wanted for myself. But $1,000 Epiphones to a non-Epiphone fan, that might be a harder sell. I just talked to Algin at Epiphone actually. We're looking to set up some other projects together. And while I had him, I did manage to sneak in a question about the Heafy models. And because they're so far out, he couldn't really confirm nor deny anything. That goes for the prophecies too. Learned some new shit about those. They're even cooler than I thought. I can't wait until they're released sometime. But he did say that Matt is an amazing dude to work with, and we're gonna see a lot more of him next year. I've heard rumors online of like Kramer's Super Strat and Steinberger 8-string signatures as well. I know he plays other guitars on stream, like his Aristides and Shell Pink, no less, man stepping on my turf. And he's also got a headless 8-string, a Kiesel, I think. So it's not unthinkable to imagine he'd be open to developing new, different projects like that, given his relationship with the Gibson and family brands. But it is kind of hard to imagine him using anything but classic Gibson shapes for anything Trivium related, like in the studio or on tour. But I mean, a 7-string multi-scale Kramer? Well, I could with that. My main reaction to the Kramer relaunch was that it was cool, but maybe relied too much on the nostalgia factor. Seeing some more progressive options for the modern metal player would be so sick. Strandberg, I don't know, I'm not really into headless guitars. Most of them I find super ugly, and Strandbergs are like the ugliest of the bunch. They're like shovel shaped, without the cool factor of being actual shovels turned into guitars. But if Heafy getting on board means extended range, fan fret headless to compete in that ultra modern space, could be interesting. Probably still won't buy one because they'll probably still be ugly as but if there's any truth to that rumor, I am definitely willing to be proven wrong. Personally, and this is a long shot, I'm hoping for an Epiphone Heafy collection. You know how Gibson has their Slash collection? Like an affordable metal version of that. I've always vibed with Heafy's taste in guitars, and there's so many options to choose from for special re-release. The 68 VOS Custom with chrome hardware or 7-string Explorer, both from the InWaves tour cycle. The White Supreme from the Gunshot video. Like an affordable metal Supreme? Why is that not already a thing? But of course now I'm getting ahead of myself. All we know right now, almost definitely Les Pauls, 100% Fishman-Fluence Moderns, and probably Evertune options slated for 2021. The rumored Kramer and Steinberger stuff, I might change my tune once I actually see them, if they're even real. For now I can take it or leave it. But what are you hoping for, and what do you think we'll actually see? I think once they're officially released, it'll be fun to go back to this video and the comments and see how close we were. Is tone stored in the balls? I mean, yeah, among other stuff, I suppose. It's definitely a tonal area. Y'all think he likes to fish or likes aquariums and stuff? Yeah, no, this channel name has very little to do with actual fish. Fishing is so boring. But I mean, who doesn't like the aquarium? Especially with like the massive tanks with the whale sharks. And then there's the bright coral reef exhibits with the colorful ass fish. Or like the jellyfish lit up with the UV lighting. And they're just floating around and super peaceful and calming. Or like the penguins, you can see them swimming and it's like they're flying around underwater. Okay, turns out I like the aquarium more than I thought. Or maybe I just miss places. Remember places? I remember places. Back in my day, before the event, we had places. By the way, April 9th, noon Eastern Standard Time. Mark your calendars. And that's all I'm gonna say for now. Also, you can follow me on Instagram to get updates in real time because YouTube notifications kinda suck. Before we get into the next question, I wanna give a massive shout out to Sean and the rest of the amazing patrons for making this content possible and keeping the channel going. As I said last week, I'm bringing on a video editor now, and it's all because of the support I get on these videos and through Patreon. I'm just so grateful. So if you like what I do, you can join the Patreon community through the link below and get bonus perks. And now, into the next question. Can you get a BC Rich Stealth to demo? Because, you know, death. I do have a couple of BC Rich guitars coming. Not that one though. Not many people are covering the new BC Rich relaunch, so make sure you're subscribed and you've got notifications turned on, that way you don't miss that. You can also follow me on Instagram. I usually post previews of stuff right when I get it, so you don't have to wait for an ASKgufish to see what I've forgotten to remove from the background. See what I did there? Pro YouTuber segue into a sub plug. Did you see about Trapt? Yeah. I don't know what's going on there. If you're somehow not content with the amount of stupid in your life, check out Trapt's Twitter feed. Seems like they've gone a little stir crazy being in quarantine so long because whoever's in charge of the account is trying to get into a round of fisticuffs with everybody. With no live sports on, watching this angry, willfully misinformed train wreck continue to crash in real time is the next best thing. At any rate, it's way better than the stupid YouTuber guitar drama or Instagram Speedgate. God, we need the Premier League back. probably not enough single cuts for you from Schecter, right? Oh, what up, Alex? Yeah, I mean, I'd be lying if I said that wasn't a part of it, right? Like, if Schecter treated its solo or solo 2 shape or whatever it's called as well as they treat their double cuts, I'd probably be way more into them. Even though the headstock, I mean, it's like the inverse puzzle piece to the Gibson open book headstock. It's just bizarre with the rest of the guitar look so classy. Then again, I much prefer the old Epiphone headstock compared to the new 2021, so what do I know about headstocks on single cuts? But we move. Yeah, with Schecter, it's annoying because they have just about every single variation of double cut you could possibly hope for. You want Evertunes? They got you. You want Floyds with Staniacs? They got you. You want thin body? You want flashy tops or plain? You want entry level? You want pro spec level? Literally almost any spec combo you could ask for, they got you. For single cuts, you got what? The Solo 2 Custom, the Solo 2 Hellraiser, and the Solo 2 Special. I only know about the latter, by the way, because Schecter directly emailed me asking if I'd like to demo one. Otherwise, I would have never known about it. That's all I can think of, or at least that are currently in production anyways. And if you don't count the PT series, which I personally don't, I'm talking Les Paul style single cuts, 0 new ones for 2020. Literally, right? I think they've got more options for lefties than they do for single cut aficionados, which is actually kind of incredible. What other guitar company can you say that about? And of course, now it is time to hear from yet another adoring fan. It's the high praise of the week. Richard Benson's guitar playing makes more sense than your upload schedule. I can't even be mad at the truth behind this dunk. What is consistency? What is this shit? Alright, this is normally where I do the outro and tell you to subscribe and where the Patreon stuff is and everything, but I feel like trash. I'm just gonna go take a nap, do whatever you want. Seriously, hope you all are doing well. I'm out. Peace.